Welcome to Island Tea with your faves. Keep it locked in with us for your daily dose of hot tea only on Win Media 98.9.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to Island Tea right here on Win Media SKN. With your faves, me, Azem, and of course, I'm joined by my lovely co-host and producer, Jade Gwenny Gwen, Idita, CPL, Martha Stewart, Johnson.
Morning.
Jade.
Hi.
It's Monday. We are back. It's a new week.
It is.
But no
That's
matter,
very exciting week.
I was about to say, Jade, this is
The week.
The week June has been waiting for.
Yes.
It's Music Fest week, guys, and of course, there are a lot of people. We were just talking about it, Jade. A lot of people are
On island.
on island. The planes have been coming. The people have been disembarking,
Indeed.
and apparently, vibes gonna happen.
Yeah, man.
Things gonna keep.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, excitement is in the air.
It's going to be a busy week
Yeah.
for the young adults and some of the older ones
Hmm.
in this country.
Yeah.
Y'all remember to wear your insoles and use your Epsom salt. We might look young, but we're not very,
Jade, no matter how young
Well
you are,
built.
you have to prepare. You have to prepare. But tell me about your weekend, Jade.
I'm freezing first of all. Give me a second.
Okay.
Oh. My weekend was a nice little outside weekend. I went Saturday.
Okay. Let's go.
I just went outside to have a drink on Saturday. And then yesterday evening I went to a birthday party. Happy birthday again, Javel.
What party was?
In a place that I've never seen before.
Okay. New venues, okay.
Yes. It was actually a place at the top of Monkey Hill at Cedar Grove.
Oh, Cedar Grove, okay.
It has like two nice little sugar, what's those tower things called again?
You mean the mills?
Yes. Oh, man. There were two little nice mills, some greenery up there, look green and nice. I said, oh, this is where all the water falling.
Yeah.
Right up on a little nice patch, good for events. Whoever own it, I hope people start recognizing that there's another place that they could have things.
Mm.
And then I went
That's what I want.
Yeah, you're right. And then I went to the post poker run event that they had on the strip last night, which was packed with people.
Also, you and everybody else?
Yes.
Except Azim.
Except Azim. Azim, he was outside all weekend. You didn't need no more outside.
I did need no more outside. You're right.
You did hit your quota.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you hit that quota since Saturday, but you know.
Since Saturday, since Friday night, before the first event. I was out on Friday night, went to do like the setup. So Culturama is definitely in the
Oh
ear.
yes, that is also how boys this busy. I am busy boy.
Yeah, so Culturama done start. They had their media launch on Friday. Our reports that was great. And the Friday afternoon, they had Action Corner, which kind of happens down at the what is that? The Cotton Ginnery, like basically right over the pier, right on the pier there. And I think they had Odyssey playing. I was there for a little bit, but then of course, Jade, I gotta go home. So came back down to St. Kitts, and then let's see.
You went back.
Yeah, I went back on Saturday evening for the contestant reveal. So now, this is a whole interesting dynamic happening because you have the reveal for the contestants for Mr. Cool, the swimsuit, and the what happening on Facebook?
No, I laugh because I know what you're about to say.
What am I about to say?
Who else revealed the contestants?
What do you mean?
Who else revealed the contestants Saturday night?
Yeah, that's the reveals going on. So Culturama revealed the contestants. The ones who were there before would have had the longest reign ever, almost 3 years.
Right? Oh my gosh, I know that was tired.
Yeah, that's a long reign. But yeah, they have some. It seems like there's a lot of excitement around the contestants. People seem to think that they're good contestants. For all of the show.
I mean, if you're going into a show, you better feel like you're a good contestant.
No, Jay, that'll be the problem. Sometimes the contestants feel they're good. The problem is the rest of the public knows better.
Don't tell you that.
Yeah, but this time...
And then guess what? That does come out and shock you.
Not really. Hardly ever.
Damn.
But the general public seems to believe that, yeah, there's some good contestants. They're looking forward to good shows and such and such.
Okay, so it's giving think it's carnival feels, because remember last carnival when the contestants were revealed, everybody was like, oh my god, these are some good contestants, the show is about to be really good, which they were.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, that's good. I remember I like Navy shows. I've seen some very funny moments happen on that stage that those memes will live on forever.
Yeah.
I love when a contestant could give you a good meme.
Yeah, I think people are kind of look forward to that. But speaking of contestants
And memes.
yeah, actually, so I left there and had to rush back to attend the PLP candidate launch.
Yes.
So contestants.
Oh, good morning, Uncle.
Let
Happy Father's Day, belated.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, my good old godfather / uncle.
Nice.
That he related to me.
No, that's always the best.
Yeah, man.
Those always
He is the best. He is the best.
So yeah, I went back to the contestant launch at Greenlands. Contestants 1 through 8 were launched.
Listen, full show, boy, full show. I was actually looking at it at home because I didn't feel like being on all them people.
Yeah.
So early, but full slate.
Full slate.
For a new party.
I didn't actually get to listen to a lot of I got to listen to the last 2 presenters. The part of Talbot's presentation and most of the Prime Minister's presentation.
I don't know what's happening, but maybe because Talbot, that video of Talbot leaked, everybody was so excited to hear from Talbot. No, Allah, it wasn't that. It was because of what happened the first time.
Yeah.
At the
opening of the office,
yes.
the campaign office headquarters. Yeah.
Everybody was on Facebook calling Talbot the next deputy prime minister. They were here from the deputy prime minister for PLP.
Oh man, but anyway, I think also too. I think a lot of people sometimes have certain impressions of persons and looking forward to see if their impressions are correct.
Well, what do you think it is?
I think people who know Talbot know that he. Actually, the thing for me is that he's been in leadership positions a lot. Like he's been in leadership positions as an employer, like involvement in the taxi association, etc., etc. So, like I don't
He's funny, man.
Yeah, I don't see it as a.
Yeah, because you know him, but as you said, for the rest of the country.
Yeah, who don't,
Yeah.
yeah.
The only two things stood out to me from this launch. One, whoever moderating the live, they don't play. The amount of people I saw get banned or blocked from that live stream,
Yeah.
it was hilarious.
Oh, the live stream was up. It was up.
Listen, the amount of people I just see screenshotting, like, well, why though? How come I banned me? But I just hopped over to Win FM, so, you know.
Somebody say.
What's going on with YouTube? Hopefully nothing.
Well, based on the fact that we've seen other.
No, YouTube do anything. It up and running.
Yeah.
But yes, and then the other thing was, it reminded me of a Queen show in this aspect. People were literally listening for the speeches, right? Like how they listen for the speech segment at a Queen show.
Yeah.
Listen, only one person I saw do a little, fumble, and understandably so, because you're speaking in front of a large crowd, an extremely large crowd, that you're trying to convince to vote for you. And I think this person has a very hard job, because this is the person who is having to run down in Douglasland. He was chewing up his words a little bit there.
Mark Williams.
We got a lot lost in translation for a second. But as I said, that's understandable, because I am not going up to talk to no unruly crowd.
Public speaking is one thing. Speaking on a political platform is a whole other.
That's
a whole other
different ball
experience,
game that a lot of people have not yet grasped. And again, understandable, because a lot of these candidates are new to politics in this way.
No. But I
yeah, kind of wood on Facebook and stuff.
People be wilding, man. People ain't got no filter. I be like, yeah, I could see your picture.
Yeah.
Like I know who you are.
I tell you, you know what? They do not care as the way people speak on Facebook as if like we can't see them. Like, so you whole location on your job posted. We know where you implied.
We know your birthday and all.
We know where you live, everything, but y'all out here talking to these people like y'all feel like y'all are behind this glass screen. You know, them police screens were only one.
Yeah,
like
the privacy, the one direction, yeah.
That's not what's happening on Facebook. So when y'all talking about these people all crazy, and they go back and read it, and then they say what they have to say to y'all, don't be surprised.
That happened to me the other day, you know. I had a man wanted to come on the show, right?
I hope you're the same man. Yeah. Okay. I tell him that again Saturday, you know.
So he wanted to come on the show. And I said, wait there. I just remember when I had this particular event, you was the one on the live going on with all kind of things. You forget? No, it was you. No. Me? I was like, boss, you want me to show the screenshots?
Damn.
I got the screenshots on my phone here. Like, people like forget. People forget. But
they forget, they just hope you forget.
Oh, okay. But what you thought about the general, like, the launch in general?
Well, as I said, it's very commendable that a new party has been able to find 8 candidates on short notice for an upcoming election, even though we still don't know when exactly. But we do know it's upcoming. It has to be. How much days do I have left?
Well, you got to be here by what, August 8th?
Yeah, something like that.
Everybody got an idea about when it's going to be. So.
The bets have been...
Yeah, bets have been placed.
Yeah, man.
Bets have been placed. Hey, those are you on the live. Send us your dates for election. Let us know what day you think it's gonna be on.
Yes.
But I think it was there was a lot of energy. The same thing at the opening of the office. There was a lot of energy, a lot of people. Persons might say the entertainment brought out a lot of people. However, there were a lot of people in orange that were jumping up when people talking.
And you know, they had an excuse for that. Because somebody said the same thing about the people just coming out for entertainment. And then somebody brought up the point, well, there was a lot of people wearing the colors of the particular party.
And we're excited at times when there was no entertainment.
And then you know what somebody said? They pay them there, man.
Oh, they pay them, yeah. Well, that's...
How come I don't get paid for these? I said, I've never been. I started to get offended now, you know.
Right.
I've never been offered any money to wear no party color. Like, bruh, come on. Am I not bribable here?
I don't know why it is, Jade. I don't know why
I'm
it is.
literally offended now, man.
Like, people going around saying that they're paying this person and paying that person. I be like, yeah, no. People actually get money because I
Where were they link for this? How hard to just find these people?
anyway, I was in the cold. Listen, I could just be in the dark about whatever because that generally is where I live. But
I feel it's there.
yeah, I don't know.
We're so out of touch sometimes that people don't really remember.
Yeah, I must say though, the PM does seem to be in his element.
Boy,
The PM does seem to be enjoying himself.
The man ready, you know. The man...
He does seem to be enjoying
The man
himself.
been
Though-
exercising, looking good. As if I see the man doing some moves on the stage at the office lounge, I said, well,
No,
Tim look nimble, eh?
yeah, the knees them knees in.
Boy, the knees look better than mine.
The
I'm
knees,
jealous.
you know, as a man who really look at the knee situation, I was impressed.
Very much so. I
Very
started
good.
to get jealous. I'm like, how he moving like this?
Yeah, but I think the level of excitement is encouraging for the PLP party.
And again, he's a very good politician when it comes to politicking. So he's in his element.
Yeah. The campaign seems to be a place there. He enjoys it.
Boy, yes.
Yeah, I guess for me, there were people who thought that the bell was gonna ring.
Yes, I saw that comment as well.
I didn't think so.
I was hoping that
I was hoping it would have been wrong 4 weeks ago, but
here we are.
but here we are, and I guess it's his prerogative to decide when he can ring it. So
Which, anyway.
hey, I ain't gonna tell a lie. There were some statements made that just had me cracking up.
Give me one. Give me a hot one.
The hot one.
Give me
So we have our silly season shirts that are going to sell at the merch shop. I big up yourself. Are you listening?
Yes, plug the shirt. I just bring mine upstairs.
We're gonna wear shirts.
Yeah, you have to tell me when you're wearing yours, I can wear mine.
But so I thinking to myself by listening to, I said, okay, Tim kind of cool tonight. I like that. Okay, that's it, Tim. Next Tim, he start to step it up a bit. One of the parts that had me cracking up is when he literally thanked Douglas for the great job he was doing campaigning for Talbot in 8.
Yeah, like.
Yeah. Douglas did a good job campaigning for Talbot in 8.
Oh, wow.
But hey,
Wow.
and it was like a perfect setup, eh? It was like a perfect setup. He got a gift. The other part that had me cracking up is when he started talking about, they were saying that their hands were tied, the 6. That left. And he started saying certain things that they had not tied. So when they want to catch the flight and travel, they had not tied to pick up the ticket.
Oh, Lord.
They had not tied to pick up the rum.
Oh, Lord.
But hey, silly season to work by. Silly season to work.
These jokes flying by. Watch here. Them man was in a good mood because them jokes was flying, eh?
Yeah. I mean, at the same time too, like I said, I think a lot of people want to hear more about, hey, what is it that you plan to do? What is it that you have done? There's still a lot to talk about what would have happened. What would have happened in to the Unity Coalition and who was responsible and all of that and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, again, I guess.
But at the same time, I think the politicians recognize that how the message is delivered is important, right? So you're going to have those instances of comic relief. You're going to have those instances where the shots are fired because that's what your supporters want, and such and such and such and such. And so, yeah, you get that kind of colorful presentation.
I think another one of my favorites was when he said, "Barry, what are we doing now?" Listen, Sperry and the PM is an excellent combination. Eh?
I believe that when election, okay, let's say the Prime Minister does not win his seat, even though, and that was another thing that made me laugh. He said he running unopposed. I said, how the man gonna just this?
No, that's you to order.
Friend of the show, Leon Nato.
Do you out?
Let's say he running unopposed. But let's say, okay, let's take this out of politics. Let's say he decides, but you know what, I'm done with this politics thing. I've served my nation. I'm going on into this new era in my life, this new chapter. I believe he could be Sparrow Mike Mania. I believe the PM and Sparrow will make a good combination.
You said I could wanna dance.
them they could shell. The PM and Sparrow could shell. I'm telling you.
But I tell you the bit on point.
Yeah, hey, big up Sparrow, big up all the DJs for the parties, boy.
Yeah, doing a wonderful job.
Yeah, got a gift. It's a gift.
But wait, now Sparrow edging on you.
Alright.
Yeah, Sparrow and the PM combo edging on you.
Sparrow, like, he got a direct link, like a neural link into the Prime Minister mind. So he know what is he planning to say about 3 sentences before.
I tell you that. Let me play it, yeah, because that one, let me look for it. That one was a good one, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. But that's where we at now. We're deep into campaign mode, deep into silly season. You know, that it's a lot happening. Jade. Even between families. Again, I was privy to a conversation between family. No, this was a bit more cordial. And they stuck to the issues. But yeah, watching families literally going back and forth over politics right now is
crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. I personally just want election come.
Yeah.
Personally, I want election come. I think we need to get past this.
Okay, I found it. Okay.
Spotty, what we did with the 6 of them.
We send them home, yeah.
Hey, look, he up there grinning, like, he looks so proud.
Enjoying himself, by.
Yeah, man, the man having fun at the campaign. And I feel like that's another thing that we Kittians expect for the candidates. Not because one thing Kittians say it is a boring candidate. You could have the best ideas, the best policies, everything. If you don't have the charisma, you're salt. Then if you can't capture the attention, they're not gonna listen to you.
But you see, Jade, I think that success as a politician depends on you having a good amount of like there's different skills, right? There's different skills and traits that make you more appealing as a candidate, right? It's almost like if you ever play video games, like the sporting video games, you know, you have the different categories that you could like maximize, like on a player, like athleticism, shot making, like accuracy, strength, agility. Like it's like for politicians, it's like charisma, being articulate.
As I was saying, the fact that they're struggling with
No. Being articulate is one of them. Because this is one of the things that I feel does hinder some of the candidates as well. Like, you could tell they're very intelligent, or they might have great ideas, and sometimes, so you could be intelligent but not articulate, right? So, so when it comes to expressing yourself, putting up your points across, maybe not doing it in the most impactful way.
Yeah.
Is sometimes an issue for some politicians, I find.
And issue becomes...
Sometimes some people just not believable either.
Listen,
they're just
they're selling some dreams here.
Yeah, sometimes they're just not believable.
Like the one about the... You know what I mean?
You mean the Jade, I was looking forward to catching the cruise ship at Monkey Hill. Jade. But
the Monkey Hill got a water boy. Listen, what he said, you think he believe himself when he said that?
Jade.
Because, like, listen, so, understandable, big dream. And you can strive to have these big dreams. But when you're talking about putting piers and in places that ain't gonna water, like, people watching you a little like,
yeah, man,
how will you plan to do that? Okay. And
Jade, we know have a whole Port Zente, there was no land there. So we could put water where land is. Come on. Nothing is impossible.
No, you're right.
When Kittians put their mind to it.
No, you're right, honestly. That's probably the dream, is it?
Yeah. But I think that even having things like being very strategic, being able to control one emotions, Like all of
Very
these things,
important.
all of these things play into just how appealing you are to the electorate, right? So
What?
yeah,
Okay,
we
bro,
start seeing the strengths.
that's why I say being a politician is very hard, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Because one thing I would not be able to do is keep my cool. The amount of nonsense politicians that be told on a daily basis, right?
Yeah. But also, Pam had the candidate releases this week. They released 2 candidates, the 2 final candidates for constituency 6 and 7.
So,
In
so
constituency
how many
6.
did
8 no, that's the full slate. They have the 8.
Everybody running on full slates here.
Everybody cooking on gas right
I'm
now.
telling you.
Pam has Mr. Troy Flanders running in 6. I don't want to butcher the gentleman's name who running in 7.
Oh, Lincoln David.
Lincoln David.
Yeah.
I know him as well. He was in the fire service, right?
Wasn't it there?
No, that's his brother. I think that's his brother.
Oh, well, yeah, because he's a twin and they are officers.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's an officer still.
I think this is the one that used to do the karate.
So he never used to do there too? You sure?
Jade, we could never be sure about anything in this life.
Okay.
We can never be sure about anything in life.
Once again, I just want to point out that they didn't work, but good concept. They did not.
Was it a good concept though? Was it?
You know, I just know it didn't work.
I feel like Dia was one of them things. Like, cause Dia was telling me things that I had no idea.
Like what?
Like certain drugs, and so I had no idea that these things. Dia was showing you this is how you actually like take care of it. I was like, oh, for real, that's how you do it.
I'm like, who don't hear you know that's take care of it? Like, let's focus on the important drugs here, like weed, which ain't a drug by the way. Y'all need to cut it out. However, for sake of context.
I was literally thinking aspirin when you said the important ones, but okay.
Oh, my bad. But yeah, heroin? Y'all was teaching us about why we shouldn't take. Sir, we didn't blend too.
And then one of the things they need to do too is stop giving these drugs like such amazing names: angel dust, ecstasy.
Yeah, that really sounds terrible.
Molly, like them things, they sound kind of interesting. So they need to stop it.
Yeah,
They
I
need to
guess,
stop
but that's probably the plan though, to give them interesting names so people would want to try them.
Yeah, but I'm saying
Because
the
you
police,
would
the
try
police.
something them quick death.
No, but
Okay, exactly.
but no, you know that would probably hype up the fiends, eh? If you come out with a drug called quick death, the fiends then probably like rush into you.
No, that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. So for you talk to the kids, you gotta give the kids the name quick death. But you can't tell the fiends that's my name.
But it's the kids that you talking. It's the kids that was talking
Oh,
to.
right. Well, yeah, quick death might probably be a better term.
Yeah, cause may feel like the rest was doing it. But anyway, what time it is? It's time for us to talk some traffic talk. Talk about what's happening on the roads of St. Kitts and Nevis.
Yeah. So guys, we can actually take a short break and be right back with more Island Tea. When we come back, we're jumping into traffic talk. So stick and stay.
Protect your lifestyle with Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Dealing well with a local reputation and service for second to none. Securing you is our mission. People that you can trust, your business, property, we got you covered. Motor or personal, whatever it is, we got you covered. 130 years in this business, we've got you covered. For all your insurance needs, visit or call us at 465-2631 or 469-5303. DLE Walwyn, people you can trust.
Be careful on the road. Don't make it an episode. Attention all drivers. I'm begging you to slow it down. Slow it down. Slow it down. Too many stunt drivers on the road, man. With the fire day driver, what's your emergency? It's better late than never. So why all the hurry? Speeding is the main cause of plenty mishaps. The road is now a racetrack, threatening life and property, and all the result of that led to death and injury. Inconsiderate driving, this nonsense need to stop. Stop. I'm making it my business to alert all motorists, especially those who love to break traffic laws. I have seen what speed can do. Here I am to your rescue to help you to live. Just take this advice I give.
Hey guys, welcome back to Win Media SKN, and of course, as we mentioned, we are jumping into traffic talk with our friends from the traffic department. In studio with us, we have Sergeant Henry. Good morning, Sergeant. How are you doing?
Good morning, Asim. I'm fine, thank you. And how are you?
I'm doing great. Jade?
Can't complain today.
She
Thank
around,
God.
she around.
Yeah, man.
She here.
Yeah, it's a good morning. It's a good Monday.
But I know for sure that the traffic department is y'all like excited when weeks like this happening, or do you guys dread what is about to come?
Right?
Let's be honest.
We dread.
We dread. I know it's a lot of work, long nights, and it's a
Yes.
strain on the traffic department. But I'm sure that you've come to give us information that will help us navigate all that is to come at the end of this week. So tell us a bit about what's happening.
Okay, before I start on what I'm supposed to talk about this morning, I want to thank the callers who called last week about observation that they have seen. And the person who spoke about the hole up on Wellington Road, I had conversation with relevant authorities, and they have made checks on that same road, but they haven't seen the hole. So if the caller could call back and give me specific direction where that hole is. Because this morning I spoke to them from Public Works, and they haven't seen anything. Also the road at Old Road and Newton Ground, they are checking into it.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
the information was passed on. This morning I'll be talking about the traffic arrangements for the music festival, which will be taking place on the 23rd of June to the 25th of June at the Kim Collins Stadium. Parking will be restricted on the main road at Birdwalk Main Road, from the shopping area. That's
By
Rams.
Okay.
Cash and carry on both sides up to the road leading up to the long road that they call, that's the one by Warner's One Stop.
Okay. All right.
So no parking will be available on that road. Also around the stadium there will be no parking. We'll be having going around, you come up Long Road, that's the one by Warner's One Stop, you drop off the persons and you move along. So you wouldn't be able to move from east to west. You'll be traveling from west to east on Long Road. You'll be traveling from south to north on the road directly behind the stadium. And the one by Hobson's Enterprises, you go down that road, you won't be able to come up. So it's like a circle be going around. And I'm asking the general public or the motorists not to park in an area that you're not designated to park. Otherwise, your vehicle will be towed and you'll have to pay the tow fee. They'll have parking at Port Zante for now. Maybe later down in the week you'll hear other areas where you can park. And they will have shuttle to take you to the venue. So, and you have the paddock, that's by the school, in Newton School. Persons can park there also, but it's not really designated as yet. So what the designated parking area for now is Port Zante. Not because your vehicle is parked down there, officers will be around checking on them. They'll have the patrols going around and checking. So your vehicle will be safe. So not because you have to park all the way down there, you wouldn't have to worry about that. Also, No vehicle traffic other than authorized vehicle with special access passes. That means sponsors and committee members and police or emergency vehicle will be allowed inside the stadium. Members of cabinet, VIPs, and sponsors will park in designated VIP area inside the stadium also. And as I said, the shuttle will be taking you from your parking position to the venue. So you don't have to say, oh, I have to park all the way downtown and then I have to walk it. No. They'll have a vehicle there, and better still, if you all can carpool, it'll be easier. So, that's it for now. I don't know if anybody on the line as yet. Ask them. Anybody calling us?
Not at this particular time, but you're saying right now the
designated parking
is at Port Zante?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And also remember...
And that's on both sides, east and west?
Yes.
Okay.
Also remember that there are beautification that is going on by the tunnel. That's by Buckley's, FD Williams Highway.
The west side of the FD
yes,
Williams
the
Highway.
tunnel.
Okay.
There's beautification, and they had yesterday and they had Saturday, and they're coming to an end because the 25th, Saturday, they're having Saturday and Sunday again this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's open. It's open now.
It's open now, and the close-off time. Well, the close-off time for there is between 5 a.m. and 7 p.m. So 5 a.m. Saturday morning till 7 p.m. Saturday night.
Okay.
No vehicle will be able to travel on that side of the road.
Mm-hmm. I mean, thankfully, you do have areas where you could kind of detour.
Yes, you can go down Buckley's estate and come out by the movies.
Or go up Beacon Heights and come down as well.
Yeah.
Right. So, okay. All right. Well, I mean, I know a lot of us are looking forward to Music Fest. One of the things that I'm glad that you mentioned was the fact that there would be security at the designated parking areas.
Yes.
That'll be done by the police officers.
Well, the patrols will be going around, and I don't know about private security, but for now I know the police patrols will be patrolling in those areas.
Okay, all right, understood. 'Cause you know that's one of the concerns people are gonna have.
Yeah, or if I park my vehicle all the way down there, then
yeah.
something.
Yeah, the safety. Yeah.
But they'll have patrols patrolling the areas.
Need people stationed on there.
Yep.
All right, awesome. Well, guys, please remember, feel free to call in and interact with the sergeant right here on Traffic Talk. 662-0989, 762-0989, 465-0989 would be the local numbers.
And these parking restrictions will be in place from 5 a.m. on the days to 2:30 in the morning, because they said it's supposed to start at 8 and finish by 1:30.
Okay.
So between this time, no parking will be available on those areas that I spoke of just now.
All right, totally understood. All right, well, like I said, guys, please take note. I wouldn't want you to drive all the way up there in the traffic and then only to realize you're not cleared to park anywhere that you were intending to park. So please take note of the parking restrictions and act accordingly.
And also the traffic tickets. Remember about 2 weeks ago, the courthouse, it's still under repairs or whatever. So persons who have traffic tickets.
Hold that thought. We actually have a caller trying to join the conversation. Good morning, caller. You're live on Traffic Talk.
Hi, good morning, and how are you this morning?
Morning, we're doing well.
Sophia Henry, good morning. Mrs. Sophia Henry, good morning.
Good morning.
And how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And how are you?
I'm blessed. Sophia, school gonna be out in the next week or two, right?
Yes.
And I know those schools are not gonna move from there right now. So what are your plans? What are the backups? I keep calling in here very often. People on the street talking about the same thing that I spoke about all the time. And could you please give me some update? What your plans are, what traffic plans are, what public work plans are, because you does not like to hear me say somebody's going to get caught up in that corner, and it's going to happen. I'm not praying for it, don't get me wrong. But every day when I stood out there, that's the complaint. The drivers, they have no patience whatsoever. And about the tinting, I don't think you are doing a good job on it. I don't think so. You understand? So could you please give me some updates? And I'm going to hold your feet to the fire. Take care. Bye-bye.
Carl, as I have said before, Public Work is doing the survey in that area to know whether to put down a speed bump. I said it more than once on this show. I've said it on the ZIZ show. So we have to wait on Public Works. Because remember, Public Works are those persons who deal with the road. Also, you're talking about the tint. We make people take off the tint, and maybe 2 days after the tint is back on. All we can do is ticket, take them to court if the ticket hasn't been paid, and make them take off the tint. You're going to make them take it off, they're still going to put it back on.
Yeah, perhaps there needs to be a look into why people do that.
There's nothing much we can do about the tinting. Ticket,
Yeah, we could
you
change
pay
it.
the ticket.
We could change the law, yeah.
Well, we'll have to do that, but for now, nothing can be done. But for now, we can ticket, make you take it off. You put it back on, we make you take it off again, and you pay the ticket. If not, you go to court. And the fine, you could pay up to $5,000 for a tint ticket.
All right. So just for future reference, persons who may have information about a possible place where there needs to be some road repair, how do you go about reporting that? Do you come to the traffic? Is it best to go to Public Works? Like, what's the best way to do
They can call in on this show, take the information, and they pass it on to Public Works. Or they can come to traffic, whichever one they so desire.
Okay. Because I know sometimes, there's roadworks that may happen, and sometimes it does feel as though it's been forgotten. The holes are left and stuff like that. But we have another call on the line. Good morning, caller. You're live on Traffic Talk. Good morning, caller. All right, we lost a caller. Please feel free to call back.
If there's no more call, as I was saying earlier, persons who are in receipt of traffic ticket and wish to pay them, payment can be made at Inland Revenue. For now.
Oh, so you just go in and let them know that
you come to pay a traffic ticket.
Okay.
And then shortly you'll be able to pay your ticket online. They are
Okay.
working on that.
Okay, awesome. Love that.
Yes.
Good morning, caller. You're live on Traffic Talk.
Okay, good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing?
Good morning.
Doing great, thank you.
Okay, question to the officer. You talk about the parking at Port Zante. I don't know, but I'm just asking. How long that they would be parking there? And if they're going to be parking there, would they have temporary lighting that at least some security could be in place, better security in terms? I know you said people will be patrolling, but I think if you all had temporary lighting, like they normally do sometimes when they have function to make the place a little brighter, I think that will help a whole lot. I didn't hear you say that, but I'm just trying it out and asking that. Thank you.
Thanks for that question, caller. Yes, they'll be having light in there. They'll put up the lights that you can see good. The floodlights, yes, they'll erect them.
All right, awesome. We have a question coming from online. It said, what provisions will be made for residents of Bird Rock that live next to or in the vicinity of the stadium?
Persons who are living in the vicinity of the stadium, most persons I know, because the last time they had the fest up there, the persons had garage where they can park the vehicle. It's not that you cannot come up and go out if you want. You can come and you can leave.
Okay.
It's just that no parking will be on the road.
So it's just that main corridor from Rams up to that road by bordering Warner's one stop that is going to be restricted.
Yes, and also around the stadium.
Oh, okay. So that road
East,
around
west,
bordering the stadium.
Yes.
Okay.
And it doesn't have much persons live up there, especially over on this side by Hobson's Enterprise. The one by Warner's one stop, you have one that's above. And on the back of it, I think you have some houses, but most persons behind there have parking have car park.
Okay. All right. All right. Appreciate that.
It's not the restricting person that they can go in and out, because a lady called some time ago and asked, are we going to get a pass to move in and out? You don't need a pass because we're not saying that you cannot come in and out.
Traffic isn't restricted in
it's
in
not.
that area. Okay. So traffic with flow is normal, but parking is what's restricted. Okay.
And the one way is restricted too.
Where is that?
One way, when we only could come up, one is one-stop road. You cannot go down.
Oh, okay. So that road is going to be a one way.
All the roads, you come up, you go across from south to north. I mean, north to south. Yeah, south to north.
Mm-hmm.
And you come down east to west.
Okay. Understood.
It's like a circle we are making around.
Around
Yes.
the stadium. Okay, got you. All right.
If there's no calls, also, we talk about the traffic lights. People still not doing what they're supposed to do. They're still not doing what they're supposed to do. People are still running the red lights. People still turning across into the gas station by Value Mart. Yes, people are still turning into there.
Well,
last week it happened to me. This morning when I passed, a cycleman turned in and it was on green light.
well, some people just having trouble adjusting. But we have a call on the line. Good morning, caller. You're live on Traffic Talk. Lost a caller. You know that about.
And the signs are there. It's not to say they are not there and they are visible.
Yeah. I think sometimes it's taking some people an adjustment, and yes, there may be a few lawless people just running around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even the parking down by Rams, people are still parking there. Yes, you have a certain time in the day where you can go and you pick up your stuff and you move on, not park.
So what's the policy at that area right in front of Rams? Is it just for loading specific vehicles? Is it no parking at all? Is it pick up, so short stops? What's the?
It's no parking at all, but you have a time between 9:30 to 11:30 where you can go and offload or unload. If you're going to do your shopping and you want to come and pick them up, you have a time between that time frame.
Okay.
And also in the afternoon from 1 to 3:30.
Okay, so it's not parking, but you can do pickups and drop-offs.
Yes, because it's unload and offload.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I guess maybe some people maybe don't know if they and avoid the signage there. So yeah. So guys, they are in front of Rams. Bear in mind that it's no parking, and just limited pickup and pick off times during the day. Right. I'm sure the signage is
yes,
there.
Yes, it's there. It's by Courts and one is by Rams.
Okay.
And the crosswalk, people still walking across there.
The crosswalk, that's non-existent now?
Well, they're not usually crosswalks, which is between museum and Social Security. They're still walking across there by Rams.
Okay.
It is not. And even the one by KFC is not a crosswalk anymore. It is black out. But people are saying, oh, that walk is too long for me to go down there. But God forbid if something come across and knock you down.
Cause some type of accident.
Yes.
We have a call on the line. Good morning, caller. You're live on Traffic Talk.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
My call is not about music festival traffic or the traffic lights. I have another traffic issue that I would like to highlight, and I hope you can accommodate me this morning. You know, this is the time for political campaigning, and parties normally have their sessions during in some villages. Point in case, Old Road. Whenever there's a political activity, they'd want to have it on the main road in Old Road by the cut. Hence, vehicles have to be diverted up into a dark area during the night. There's no police presence, there's no army protection, and persons who don't know that area sometimes go up into where the zip line is, and sometimes go further up because they don't know where to go. I'm saying that it may not be your responsibility, Sergeant, it might be higher than you, but you can pass it on. That do not allow these groups to have their meetings in Old Road, on the main road, especially at night. There's a pasture. Let them go on the pasture. And let traffic flow back and forth. Because sending people up in that dark area, I've seen people get lost. I myself got lost a couple of years ago because I didn't know the area. And people going up that area without any kind of protection, it's dark, there's no light, it's very, very dark, and people get scared. People waiting for someone to come to show them, well, where to go. I'm saying that do not allow these parties to block off the road and send vehicles up through that dark area that most of them don't know. Because there's no army protection, there's no police guidance, there's nothing. That even from the parties with lights saying, okay, go this direction. Some of them who make it across behind below the estate up there, then go over into the housing project past the bridge. They're supposed to go down by the old police station. People don't know where to go. I'm asking the public and I'm asking the politicians who are hearing, do not block off the old road, main road for your activities. There's a pasture there in Greentree housing area. You can have the activities there and let the pedestrian, let the traffic flow smoothly. That's my contribution on Traffic Talk this morning. Thanks.
Thank you, Carl, for your call. It's noted.
All right, thanks, Carla. All right, so again, I think sometimes when we speaking about that, sometimes I think the detours as well where they're necessary. Sometimes I feel they could be marked a bit better. Because like I said, some people might not know exactly where to go. Like sometimes what happens is you end up seeing the blockade, and so okay, I have to make a detour, but you're not
sure where to go.
Yeah, you're not sure where to go. I see that happen a lot. Even with the beautification, like I guess you just assume that people know. Oh well, since those there, let me go this way or that way. Yeah. And I'm not necessarily sure where you, because to me it would be easier if you're going west on the FT Williams to go up through that area by Beacon Heights and then come down
by Rams,
as opposed to coming down by Buckley's. I feel like that might be that might cause more traffic congestion if more of the cars keep going down that area.
Yeah.
And then coming out by the movies at the top of the road to go down by Nemo. So maybe if we have a little more signage in terms of just the the suggested route, that would probably help in a lot of the cases where detours are sometimes necessary.
Okay, that can look into. Yeah. But at least you have two roads you can use there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But for all roads, you only have one.
Right.
Wingfield, come down Station Street.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Yeah. But I guess some people, like you said, some people don't really know where to turn off and where to make the right to come back down. So they end up going way up the hill.
Because even at Birdwalk, the last time they had Music Fest, person didn't know they could have go up and come over Almonds or come down on Figure Bay Road.
Right.
Yeah, so the traffic was really jammed on the main road to Birdwalk.
Yeah.
But you have other places you can go. You can go across by Simo area and come down.
Right, so, and all those roads, the traffic is not restricted.
No.
All right. So yeah, awesome. And yeah, sometimes we kind of take it for granted that everybody might not be familiar with certain areas, So
I have to just follow someone, but they might carry you wrong.
But not only that, one, you could follow someone, you know where they're going, and two, sometimes you're just at a point where there's not really traffic, so you take the detour. That's happened to me before. I think it might have been. There's a couple of places I've seen people just totally lost. Whenever there's something like in the Keon area, there by the on the main road where you have to take the detour across by
Lovers Lane.
By Lovers Lane.
Station.
Yeah, I've seen people have no idea where they're going. Especially if they're coming from if you're heading towards town from Atlee's area. So they come down there and they don't know they come down Lovers Lane, and they have to take a right, and then it's like, okay, we'll go from here, you know. So I've seen that as well.
Well, you can go across by the station, you can go down by the machine behind the school.
Right. So that's the thing. So like, if you're not familiar with the area, then it's kind of like you're driving through this residential area and you're not sure where you're supposed to go. Going right, I don't know. So yeah, sometimes I think the detours could be more clearly marked, and I think it'd be better for the traffic as well, because then you could direct people where you kind of want them to go to facilitate the best flow. You know.
That's a good suggestion. Yeah, we can look into that, and next time we'll move with that. But for now, to get those marked, I don't think we have time right now to do that.
No, I think, well, I mean, I could speak for what happens like in some of the other countries. Maybe I spoil because I live in the US. But they literally just put the detour. So at least if I see the detour sign, they're going right. So it doesn't have to be like any arrows or anything. It's just literally you see the detour sign, you just, oh, okay, I'm supposed to go down the road there. Because, you're just following the signs that say detour, right? So that could be something that could...
can be done.
Yeah. You can't, like somebody's saying, you can't always assume that people know exactly
where to go. Because they don't know somebody owes them.
Yeah.
Especially in the country.
Yeah. No. Even this happened even recently. There was a public meeting in Sandy Point on the main road, and the traffic had to go up into
across the line area or something, so.
Yeah. So people wasn't sure where to take the right, because you're on a straight road, you have multiple rights to take.
Yeah.
And you can't take the first one because then you end up in the field. So you have to go up to the next one. So people didn't know which roads. I saw people coming back from in the field trying to figure out where they're going. So yeah, I think that would help a lot in areas where, we have to divert traffic, to kind of help people get back on track.
On the track, yeah. I know town, but for country, no, I don't. No, I don't. So I wouldn't try that. No.
All right.
Yeah. If there's no more call, remember the parking restriction for the Music Fest, which is the 23rd to the 25th, will be in place from 5 p.m. to 2:30 a.m. each day. So the traffic department is asking general public to be guided accordingly. And please do not park your vehicle in an area that is not designated as a parking area for vehicles. Otherwise, your vehicle will be towed because the tow trucks will be on hand. So do not park your vehicles in an area that is not designated as a parking area. I don't think you want your vehicle to be towed because I think the tow fee is about $250. So I don't think you want to pay $250. So the traffic department is asking all persons to be guided accordingly and to adhere to the traffic rules and regulation that will be out for those days. Also remember the beautification at the Buckleys is still going on next Saturday and Sunday from 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. I just want to thank the callers who called in this morning. I want to thank the sponsor, Delil Waldron, for sponsoring this show. And also thanks to my host and hostess for accommodating me this morning. Thank you.
All right, guys, we're going to be right back with more Island Tea right here on Win Media SKN. Stick and...
Be careful on the road. Don't make it an episode. Attention all drivers. I'm begging you to slow it down.
Oh my, the girls them sugar. On Sunday, 26 June, from 4 p.m., Bitcoin Cash in Carambola Beach Club invite you to kick it old school at the hottest all-white beach party. White Sands! It's your boy Sugar Bowl, alongside my co-host Patrick the Hype Man, and I want you to join us as we party the night away. 2 performances by Ninja B, Mr. Mention, Baby Sham, cause she want the vitamin S, Elephant Man, signal the plane, make we signal the plane, Alison Hines. The king of dancehall, Beanie Man! the building. DJ Terror, Stone Love Movements, and Jazzy T out of Jamaica playing today's hits, as well as dancehall and soca classics. General admission, VIP, VVIP tickets can be purchased via Carambola.BeachClub.com. Advanced general admission cost is $100 and $120 at the door. Bitcoin Cash presents White Sands Old School, endorsed by the St. Kitts Music Festival and sponsored by Azul Printers, Opus Fine Wines and Spirits, Contact, Carib Brewery St. Kitts Nevis Limited, Diamonds International St. Kitts, The Chop Shop, Digicel, The Cable, Native Artisan Water, Heinz Electrical and Equipment Services, Pro Video Productions. Join us on the golden sands of Carambola Beach Club at the ultimate all-white beach experience, White Sands Old School Party.
Some come on, white, some dressing all white.
Yes, the Hotspots Cashback Free Groceries annual program and promotion is the biggest and longest running of its kind in the Federation. Come today and get cashback coupons for absolutely free groceries in the never-ending cashback promotion. Yes, happening now. Get cashback coupons for absolutely free groceries with every higher purchase. The never-ending cashback is back at Hotspots Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Home Store, where you get cashback coupons for free groceries with every FlexPay purchase. Never-ending savings, never-ending discounts, never-ending quality and service. It's the never-ending cashback. Don't miss it. Terms and conditions apply.
Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Island T, where the shenanigans never stop. But yeah, we just had traffic talk, guys, and right now we're jumping into tea time. It's music fest. I had to put a little something extra.
Oh, I got you. It's sounding good. You might. Well, I mean, you're probably gonna be up on the stage. Grab a mic now.
Yeah, we're considering it, yeah.
If you could do something.
We're considering it, yeah, but guess what? Watch you. We don't perform for free, you know. Not perform for free, you understand?
Facts.
So yeah, Jade, as always, the world has been giving us so much to talk about.
Indeed.
I know there's a situation with a prison officer.
Yes, it's actually good news for once.
Yes, indeed.
For once. So, a prison officer from St. Kitts has made history.
Mm-hmm.
Mrs. Tanya Bell James has made history by being the first prison officer from St. Kitts and Nevis to graduate with a bachelorette degree and master's degree. I'm pretty sure that was wrong. On Wednesday, June 15, 2022, Bell James graduated from Monroe College with a master's degree in criminal justice with a concentration in human services. Bell James noted that she chose those areas of study so that she could better equip herself for the career that she wanted in rehabilitation.
Oh.
Right? Bell James said, I am a proud prison officer and I'm blazing trails for others to follow within my institution. Too long has society seen the job of a prison officer as just a turn of a key. It is time we demand the respect that we deserve. The recent graduate was also the flag bearer for St. Kitts and Nevis during the commencement ceremony, describing it as an honor. She explained that she was written off many times and she was told that she would be thrown out of school. But with determination and help of God, she was able to complete high school, followed by a bachelorette degree and now a master's degree. Bell James, an employee of Her Majesty's Prison for the past 8 years, shares an inspirational note of encouragement to young men and women. To the young ladies and young men out there that may have a rough start academically, come from a poor household, and even those who have been written off by society, Know that you can do anything you put your mind to. The right circle can make a huge difference.
Congratulations to her. This is graduation season. I'm seeing all the pictures around, and so, hearing from somebody who would have proven naysayers wrong, and seeing them, achieve big things, I think is cool. A master's degree isn't any small feat. But I'm actually very
and the bachelorette.
Yes, and I'm actually very excited to hear what was the motivation for the degrees that she actually chose and completed. We keep talking about the fact that rehabilitation seems to be something that society on a whole doesn't really, at least around here, doesn't really seem to put a lot of emphasis on. But we do recognize that it's necessary. So, having someone who, obviously sees the importance of that and in a position to possibly affect some of the changes, I think that's a good look. As Jade bounces out. So yeah, again, congratulations to that young lady. But of course, we have an update on one of the things that we've been talking about the last few weeks, and I think that it has been affecting everybody. And this is just not a St. Kitts thing, because the article reads, Saharan dust reduces air quality across the Caribbean. Air quality across much of the Atlantic and several Caribbean islands will be moderate due to a plume of Saharan dust. The Antigua and Barbuda Meteorological Services said particulate matters in the dust plume ranges between 2.5 and 10. Wow. The threat of health problems is elevated for mainly unusually sensitive people, such as asthmatics, and could potentially cause them limited health impacts, the Met Services said. Montreal's Disaster Management Coordination Agency is also urging residents to exercise caution in their daily activities. Any masks that filter small particles should be worn, such as surgical masks, N95 and KN95, when going outside. Air quality is expected to improve a little next week before it deteriorates again when another plume arrives. Saharan dust activity in the region typically ramps up in mid-June, peaks between late June and mid-August, and then quickly subsides after mid-August. Now, we keep telling people and talking about this situation because, guys, it is a real issue. I know a lot of persons who have been having serious respiratory issues, and I'm of course the asthmatics, yes, but even other persons just feeling sick, flu-like symptoms, runny nose, etc. And it does seem like the Saharan dust is really making that exacerbating the problem. So I'm really asking people to kind of take notice, be on guard, and of course, please try as much as possible to protect yourself and your loved ones, particularly the elderly. I think sometimes I've seen situations where the elderly seem to be forgotten a bit. It was last week. Yes, last week we had a plume that was here, and it doesn't seem to be as bad as this one. And I saw several people complaining about elderly person they were close to suffering some effects because of that. So we're gonna really have to be mindful. There's only so much respirators at the hospital, guys. We're gonna really need to kind of take responsibility on ourselves. Yes, we've been wearing masks forever. Yes, COVID-19 was here and it became a part of our lives that we were very excited to put behind us. Hey, going into the supermarkets now, Nobody stressing you about the mask. You're going into business places. Nobody stressing you about the mask. It does feel good, but we're at a point now where, yeah, we still kind of have to be mindful. Too many times I see people who know they have issues, not paying attention, and ending up in serious issues, right? So I was trying to keep it light-hearted today, but it has been. We have an update. We have an update on one of these issues that we had brought up. I think it was last week actually. And this is a story that came out of Dominica, where we used it as a jump off to speak about the need to address mental health issues in the region, particularly here in St. Kitts Nevis, because we had an issue where a man who is known to be mentally just unhealthy had kidnapped a 12-year-old girl, and the search was on for them both. Yeah, so here we go. The headline reads, "Kidnapper shot and killed. 12-year-old girl still missing." Kian Alexander, who was allegedly shot, succumbed to his injuries. Meanwhile, the search for Kenisha Etienne continues. It does says, Kenyan Alexander, the man who abducted 12-year-old Kenisha Etienne from her home in one on the 7th of June, has been captured by police. Several sources have confirmed to Dominica News Online that the fugitive, who has been on the run for the past 11 days, is now in police custody. However, the police have not reported finding the child. Alexander, a resident of Bells, who it is said is mentally ill, took Etienne from her home at about 11:30 p.m. on June 7th. The police reported that in committing the offense, Alexander went to the home of his uncle, Lauren Joseph, and attacked him with a cutlass, inflicting serious wounds to his head and face, before leaving with the 12-year-old. So this story had brought up several issues for us when we started talking about the need for us to address persons who've been having mental issues within society. A lot of times we don't recognize the threat they pose, and we ignore them and not give them the help that is necessary. Here we have a situation where on several occasions persons within the public have been calling for something to be done about this particular individual. Several times. It's not because the family members didn't want it in their late, none of that. It's just that sometimes the willingness of the family members is not enough to provide the help that is necessary for the person who has the issue. And unfortunately, here we have a young girl, 12-year-old, who is missing after being kidnapped by this man. So this man now has passed, he's been shot, and still no word on exactly where this young girl is and what may have happened to her, or what is happening to her, because I'm still hoping that we are able to find this young girl safe and sound.
Well, allegedly, he said that she is alive. Hopefully that is the truth, and hopefully that you are able to find her, as you mentioned, alive and well, hoping for the best possible outcome. I know it can be easy, this whole ordeal for this family. Like, it is honestly insane when you think about all of the things that has happened to them in the last couple of 2 weeks. I think 2 weeks. They were attacked by someone who I think they said was their family member.
Yeah, he's a nephew.
Yeah, and then so he has the dad in the hospital, and then his daughter is missing in the mountains for days upon days with this man that is insane basically. And now the police have shot and killed him, and she's still missing. So oh boy.
But even him losing his life, I believe, is an unfortunate situation, because here's someone who, according to reports, had not been able to receive the help that they needed, even after persons repeatedly pointed out, hey, this guy needs some help.
He's not all there. Can somebody do something? He's a threat to the community. You know, y'all shouldn't wait till something happens for y'all to take this seriously.
Something happened now.
Yeah.
Something happened now.
Yeah.
And here we have a young girl that is missing. Who knows what the situation is?
Bro,
And this is Dominica, you know, you like to say there's a few hills, you just run up and see what's going on there. Send about 10 people and find out.
Dominicans have the hills and valleys, okay? Over there.
The man said if Christopher Columbus come back now, the only place he'll recognize is Dominica.
Because that's how he left it.
The hills and the greenery and the stuff like that.
It is quite green over there, okay? I think Dominica been sucking up all the good rain. Yeah, so I know it, boy. So I know finding this little girl must be difficult. Because, to be honest, finding anybody here is difficult. We still have a young man missing for weeks, and they can't find him. Which, something I found very odd, right? Is that this young man has been missing for weeks, yet we only heard about it after, a couple weeks after? Not a day or two after?
No, he had been missing since, I think it was, what, the 4th?
And we only found out about it last week. There was only a missing bulletin posted last week.
No, I think they had put that, well.
Well, what?
Okay.
Oh?
Okay, I thought what happened was that was
the follow-up?
Yeah.
No. That was the follow-up, friend.
What's the procedure for these things?
I don't know, and I hope I never have to find out, because it does not seem pleasant.
When I say that, I mean, like, okay, so so the police is told about a young man that is missing. You would want to believe that that one of the first things they would do is solicit the help of the general public.
You would think. You would like to think.
So you're saying that's not what happened?
Before I cuss, let me go back and back check.
Because I know they had reported it on a certain day, and then I think the police had alerted persons that this was the case, and then last week, I think what had messed up people was that there was a typo saying like it was like a couple of months or something as opposed to 10 days.
No, I'm looking on the police page, and there is only one missing persons bulletin for him, and that bulletin came out on. Let me just look at the dates here. It came out 3 days ago.
But we had seen that prior to that, right?
No.
So 3 days ago would have been when?
Friday. It's Friday we talk about this.
Yeah,
Thursday we talk. Thursday or Friday?
Yeah, but even if it's Friday, we would have had it from the day before. So that's more than 3 days before.
Well, according to the page, it was posted 3 days ago. Now, I got it from our news team.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you had to be out somewhere.
No, as
But how did the news team get it?
This is what they got. This is what
they got.
They
got it from there?
Yes, this is where they get their information from. They are sent this information by the police.
Yeah, no, I understand. Like in terms of the police sending it out, but I don't know if they send out the link. Oh, okay.
I'm telling you, we all saw it at the same time.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Somebody obviously had to drop the ball here. Somebody had to drop the ball here.
Yeah.
I don't know, because. Yeah.
I know we saw it last week though, but he has been missing for weeks. So I don't know the procedure, and I honestly don't hope to find out, because I feel like we still have a bunch of young men missing in this country.
This thing
And we
is
have
heavy,
not
you know.
gotten any type of update up to now.
This thing heavy, you know, Jade. I mean, no, but it's something when it's children, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yes, the guy is 18, but he's young. It's a child.
Literally 18.
A child.
I don't know. And I don't even see any, like, serious spotlight being placed on this child being missing. And maybe it's because he's a boy, because I feel like when girls go missing in this country, we've had examples where every single day it was pushed out in the media. When men and boys go missing, it feels like
That's true.
they
That
get
is
a
true.
little post and that's it.
There's definitely a difference in the way we respond based on the gender. Good morning, caller. You're live on Island T. What's up?
Hey, good morning to
Good
you
morning.
and Jade, and good morning to all of the listeners.
Morning.
Now, they have a policy. 'Cause I have had relatives who are missing. They don't take it urgently, you know. There's always the assumption that this person gone by the friend. So when a girl go missing, oh, she gone by her boyfriend.
Yeah.
And especially into Ireland, and especially sometimes the person was accustomed to go about the business, as we say, go about the business.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes the family themselves are waiting. You know, but they said they do not publish things until 24 hours have passed.
Yeah.
Now, you know what could happen in 24 hours?
Too much?
I think so, too. If I come and tell you, look, my child is missing, well, we can't put out nothing until 24 hours. You know what could happen in 24 hours? And even though with Dominica, why kill him rather than just disable him, where at least you could ask him a question? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When he's dead, he can, no matter how erratic he is, he might be able to say, look, I bury her down so and so. You remember the incident in Monkey Hill with this man, the Rasta man with the twin children?
Yeah, I remember the situation, yeah.
Yeah. He took one the child and one of the twin, because the devil tell him some story. And killed the child and buried it and all kind of story. You know? So, to me, when I heard that they killed him, I said, what they kill him for? Because a dead man can't tell you nothing. You could even tell me, carry me by the girl. You know what I mean? He might understand that. Disarm him, but allow him to be in a position where he could at least say something, and you do the interpretation. Because I don't believe she's alive. Because when he was found, how far was he from their village or their home? Did they say?
I haven't seen that in any of the reports. I don't know exactly where he was.
But I know. I think we take a lot of these missing stories for granted, and next thing you know, they find somebody and look at them. You know, I don't understand. I beg the Lord have mercy on us, you hear? Every minute they get in these, and sometimes they kill each other for nothing, you know. For nothing. Somebody watch them, somebody call the name, somebody say this, you know what I mean? When you got blood on your hand, you know the song they say, hand, soap, how we go? Soap, you can't wash dirty hand with soap. You know the Rasta song, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can't wash dirty hand with soap. So if you know where he is, and if you know he has come St. Kitts, say, look, I see him down the bay, on the pier. You know, these are things, but sometimes we sit back waiting for the information. We look once, we look twice, we're done. I wish the police could, they may not like to hear, but I don't think they put enough effort into finding people. St. Kitts is like a village in some countries.
Mm-hmm.
We don't put enough effort, and if our people are not trained to do search and recover, train them. At least the army is, our army should be. You know, get them involved early, because there's only so much a police could do. Now, congratulations to the prison, the female prison officer. I am quite impressed, because I used to go to the prison, the female prison, to keep service. And I hope the government would respond by creating positions for people to move into. That is the most disheartening thing, you know, in the public service. They have so many positions. They encourage you to educate yourself. And when you get back, they say, well, we need your services, but there's no position to hire you against, which means that they pay you sometimes minimum and below. And make places. It is more than just watching prisoners and guarding them, because you could do that with camera. Let them use their expertise. I'm sure the young lady learned something. Sometimes maybe she can even be transferred from the prison to the police. So I am saying, make preparation when you're budgeting. In all the ministries, make preparation for the young people who are out there. Make preparation. Why encourage them? Why give them student loans? You expect everybody to run away? I keep asking the same question. Do you expect all the students to stay abroad after they graduate? Because it has to be. You do $100,000 worth of debt with the interest for 10 long years. You got to work, and then when they come back, you don't even make say, well, I'm concession, all right. You can't get a job in that position. Therefore, we write off half of the debt. You still got to pay this hell of a debt out of the little salary they're giving you. Please to increase the position to which our young people can be appointed. Because it's very frustrating for young people. I was older. I went to teachers' college in my 20s, early. And then I went to university 10 years after, in my early 30s. And when I came back, I faced the same thing, My daughter, she has a marine biology degree, first degree. When she came back, we need your services, but we ain't got no position. Nobody making any. Nobody making any.
Yeah.
We got a master's, same ball game. So are we encouraging our young people that once you have graduated to go abroad or stay abroad? That's all I have to say.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, that is definitely an issue. I've been given that same talk too. We need you, but we ain't gonna be able to put you.
Well, as
we need you, but there's a hiring freeze. But then you just see people getting hired all the time.
Well, the solution to that. Let the step be what it was intended to be.
I got home. James. You gonna make me get cancelled there? You gonna make me get cancelled?
I'm joking. JK. Morning, Wallace.
Just kidding.
Kind of.
No, but I mean that is a huge problem.
No, it is, that's why a lot of people who go away for school don't want to come back, because they're looking at the money that they're going to be offered, and they're looking at the loan they have.
Yeah,
and they're not saying that's it.
You're talking about the money that they're going to be offered. That's if you're lucky enough to even get a position.
True.
Where you could use the degree.
True.
I mean that's the sad reality. For instance, we keep talking about the fact that we need to diversify the skill sets of the people, right? So everybody can go away and study lawyer. Everybody can go away and study to be a doctor.
No.
Everybody can go away and study to be an accountant or in finance, right?
Our business,
But when you have people who come back with skill sets and degrees that would position them to jump into areas where we have some real shortfalls and some shortcomings. All them positions don't exist.
Nope.
Oh, well, that is not a priority right now.
But y'all just create positions for all type of unnecessary reasons. Well, y'all can't create positions that actually needed. I don't get it. Y'all, we literally have a monkey task force. And y'all telling me y'all can find some positions to create for these graduates who come back to try to make the country better?
Again, my thing is and you have to be strategic. I mean, it's not the government job to just hire people, right?
Oh, man, talking about the government, I'm talking about things in general.
Yeah. So, but in regards to like the civil service, right? It's not the government job to just hire people. Like, oh, you got a degree, so you're supposed to just get a job, right? But as I'm saying, there are areas where we have shortfalls. We have areas that we should be looking to develop more, areas that we should be looking to invest in, that we see potential in for growth. And we have people here with these relevant skill sets.
Just home, sitting down.
Washing care and doing that kind of thing.
Yeah, doing all kind of things. Imagine you go to school for all these years, spend all this money, and then can't get a job in the field.
I don't have to imagine that.
Good point, Carla. Good point right there. You are a living testament to this. Boy, and I have to go take development, make money to go somewhere. For I to come back to tell me, well, you know.
Jade, but you see, you make a good point there, because one of the issues too is that we are going to have to recognize that a lot of persons are going away and going studying and doing these things because it is what's being sold to us as what is successful,
Dream.
what makes you a positive contributor to society. Like you have to, like that is the path that is laid out.
Yeah,
you know,
and I was this close to following it, but thank God I ain't got no money. Thank God for my lack of wealth, because boy, oh boy.
Yeah, I know you would have been mastered out.
I would have had too many degrees and not enough job opportunities.
Not enough job opportunities. Hey, I'm telling you.
So I had to just figure something else out.
See people talking about the student loans. We're going to have to really look at that, eh? We're going to look at the student loan situation.
I've yet to hear anybody with student loans give me a positive story. I've literally yet to hear somebody say, yeah, I got student loan, but you know, life ain't too bad. I'm managing. We're.
You see that thing when Jet2D they're saying about the government could create rules that guarantee jobs. Yes, that's what they do. That's exactly what they do, Jet2D. The issue is that you come back with your degree and they're telling you, oh, they don't have space, so you end up, so yeah, you can get a job, but it's what job you can get and at what scale.
Mm-hmm.
That is the issue, you know. You have people, for instance, they make you sign this thing, say, oh, the government helping you with whatever, bang, 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 you have to come back
and work for it.
Then you come back and they're telling you, oh, nothing. Jade,
but
Jade,
tell me, go.
You know, the one that does bother me, some of the time when these students, Jade, they come back here and they just sit down for months.
Can't get a job. They're literally bilingual, everything in a can't get a job.
And then if they take up themselves and go to another country now to go work, they say they run away.
Yeah, like you can't have it both ways.
They say they run away. They come back, they want to send them jail or kind of thing.
You can't. What?
Okay.
Where you send them jail?
Where you owe? They can't know you owe.
Yeah, but I my fault. If y'all tell me that I have to come back here to work for the money that y'all spend on me, but y'all ain't giving me a place to work, what y'all expect me to do? Not stay home and not make any type of income, because I don't feel like the assist with that. After, do you guys go around to the people that y'all can't hire and give them some type of stipend? Give them something to live weekly? No,
I've seen it happen several times. The students,
I must die.
The students come back, right, they went on scholarship. They went on scholarship to go thing. They have whatever agreement that says they have to come back here and contribute to the country for however much amount of years. But there's no work for them. And they sit down home, nothing, Jade.
And so when they leave to try...
And I wonder, like, I always wonder, like, so if these people decide by they going and do this, they like work for in the private sector, are they going and leave the country where that's happened? And there's been times that people have left, and it's all types of problems when they're coming back on the airport. They are kind of like wait.
But y'all ain't got a job for y'all don't have a job for me. Y'all do not have anywhere to put me. I have to still make income as an adult in this country. This very expensive country where you could barely afford food or gas or your basic necessities because of inflation.
Yeah, and all expensive right now.
Everything is expensive except your wages, because they ain't raising that. So you're telling me I'm supposed to come back here, sit down home, not be able to feed myself, not be able to provide for my family, and y'all upset when I take a job outside of the public sector because y'all send me school? So what am I supposed to do?
Yeah. Yeah, Jade.
I don't understand.
And I told you that, you know, it's easy for you to get a loan for certain jobs where it's oversaturated, and you're going and do something that is necessary and needed and thing, and it's like, oh, it's non-traditional. Oh no. Easy for you to get a car. Get a loan for a car, but go try to get a loan for anyway. We have a call on the line. Good morning, caller. You're live on Island T. What's up? Morning, caller.
Yes, like we lost that one.
Feel free to call back, please.
Yes, somebody is saying there is a particular area that our locals are not visible. I have not seen our local going through to qualify themselves to be pharmacists. I could safely say 90% of the qualified pharmacists are non-clinicians. I would like to see more of our people qualified in that field. When they're going to work.
Yeah, there's a few that I know, but as you said, most of the pharmacists that I see are thing. But part of the thing for us though is, Samuel, I think when it comes in the medical profession, everybody wants to be a doctor.
Mm-hmm. Man, how you can stand blood, so you know. Let me tell you a story. One time, right? I don't know if it's still there. I don't care. But I used to work for, it's either an optometrist or ophthalmologist. All I know, he used to deal with eyes. In his office. When I was interviewing for the job, they told me things like, yes, you're going to be the secretary, you're going to answer the phones, make the bookings, them kind, secretary things, regular things. I was like,
admin.
I could do that.
Yeah.
That's easy. Mm-hmm. Tell me why now. While I at this job, I realized my boss giving me homework. I have to go home to study from books, figuring out eyes. I'm like,
You're going to do surgery? You're going to conduct an eye test? What's going on?
So then after that, no, I realized he started because he used to do in-office surgeries and stuff too.
Right.
He used to start calling me in, come look at this.
During the surgery?
And I'm like, my guy.
You know, it is your fault. It's your fault. I couldn't tell you what's going on. In the interview, you give the man the impression that you're all interested in thing, you're trying to get the job.
In admin work?
No, you give the man the impression that you're interested in eyes.
No, that's not what happened. I was interested in admin work. It just so happens that it was at an eye doctor. So this was my last straw. One day a patient came in and the patient was wearing shades, right?
Uh-huh.
So I was like, okay, you come in to see the eye doctor. He giving me information and stuff. He wearing his shades and stuff. He took off his shades as him and I jumped. Not intentionally. But I've never seen this in my life.
Involuntary action.
His eyes were outside of the sockets.
Oh, wow. Both?
Both.
Wow.
I was like,
Did you send your resignation letter? What?
No, that wasn't the worst part. That wasn't the worst part, friend. That was not the worst part.
Just like your eyes, sir, I'm out.
Listen, wow. Wow. Just the training to be an admin is different than training to be
repair eyes.
I didn't sign up for that. So this as I said, the last straw surrounding this story was one day I came to work and he asked me to come here, put on these scrubs. So I'm like, I don't need scrubs to write in this book, so why do I need scrubs? My job never required me to have scrubs. Why do I need scrubs now?
This wasn't in the job description.
The man tell me stand up there as him, stand up next to him, you know. While I watch this man do as him midway through the surgery, I'm like,
start to pass out.
I feel a little odd. I feel like I should go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Thankfully, the bathroom wasn't far from the surgery room.
Thankfully, because?
As soon as I closed the door, I just slide down the door. Literally about to pass out. I said, this ain't for me.
Headlight.
This ain't for me. This is it. That is all.
The man was just about to give you the sutures, yeah?
As in, that was it for me. I'm done.
You could have do a little one.
Do a little what?
You could have stitch up something.
As in, me and blood don't go together.
It's just a little stitch.
Me?
To some.
Not humans. I've never had to sew up a human in my life. Never ever. As in, me and blood don't go together. Okay?
Oh boy.
I salute all these doctors who are willing and able to just stand there and cut people open and stitch people and remove things and replace things. But me, that is my ministry. Blood is not my thing.
Girl,
I was so traumatized.
Mm-hmm. You would do that.
My God. As in, after that, I was out.
Let's go to this caller to say, good morning, caller. You're live on LNT. What's up?
Hello, good morning. Good morning, Jade, and I say, you say, man, I come out this. It wasn't your imagination. I really happened for two.
No, this was a real thing. This was nothing I said in this story was false.
I wasn't heard about that yet. Yeah, why calling to say Jade and ask him, our hospital up there in a Promotional bad, in a terrible state. Very, very much. Right? And when I look at it, right? You all don't get me wrong, but when I look at it, all these people, all this money, what they said is spending, doing other things. We need a better health care. There's someone calling there yesterday saying this a little child need medical assistance. Yes, they need medical assistance. But what happened to the government with all that money what they're throwing away? They is the one supposed to assist that lady with the child. Because we got money and to spare. We have money to do this, money to do that. We have money and to spare. And same and Jada, our medical thing is in the limbo. No? It's in a very, very terrible state. Right? And this is what the government should look to. Stop promise people this amount of $500 that ain't thing. Take the money and fix our medical hospital, right? Because at the end of the day, it's up there we got to go. And when we go, we're supposed to look to get good medical care. Let me tell you all young, you all never know about this. Do you know St. Martin and Grilla and them is up here? They used to come for medical care years ago. Him and Keegan's. And could you imagine now, do we got to go to them? St. Martin, let me tell you, I used to live there in the 70s. Going over to the 80s, so I know St. Martin had a little hospital, right? And a little home care. And it was cute and nice if it's a husband and wife in a room. I went there visit somebody already and it was neat. Do you know afterward they built a hospital way down Cahill? Everybody who knows about me, we are my voice to know where Cahill be. So Rams have a supermarket down there. To the back of there. Move the hospital, move out and say, man, only 35 square miles. On the that side. And they move the hospital, they build that there. That is not all, you know. Now today I hear, you know, I say, man, this make me cry this man, and make me feel bad, you know.
What?
And St. Martin have a better health care for the old people, them. Up St. Peter's, having swimming pool, having exercise pool, part to go exercise and so. What are we doing with this money? What we trying about and our health care is such in a terrible state. We need something to do. There must be Prime Minister, where you be this morning and here and my voice. You need to do something with this health care, right? If it is not in a good condition, when babies going up there die carelessly. When somebody go up there with just a toothache, when you look here, they die. Something is not right. The nurses, again, they need to get proper training. I say, if I tell you, Jada, I went up there Friday to see a nephew of mine. He passed away Saturday afternoon. God rest his soul.
My condolences.
Right? Yeah. I went up there, right? And you won't believe, you would believe this is no, here, so them say, they say, me don't come with people, say, me not for people, so no. I was there now after 5, you know. Went to see, because after I heard you in the hospital, I started to feel haunted, and, you know, I feel punished. I said, I'm going on the road, go like, man, so I'm going out there, go see my call a Uber. I went, right? When I went, right, I asking them, I went to medical surgical. He said he's not there. I went to medical. He's there. I asked him, three, you be big woman, young nurse. This person named Joni Keynes, I said, Miss, they don't call him Electric as a nickname. And I saw, when I look one of them bus out, you know, because I went to the place and I said, I heard here and I saw it water. So I come to visit him. I said, here, the lady, the young girl addressed me, but I should have asked her name. I think the person in the room there. Never enjoyed her when we were young. As you come up, I come to look for Bernie Skin. You say, oh, so, she on the 6 bed, she on the 4 bed. What in the world our hospital coming to? Prime Minister, what your name, Mr. Hamilton? You told me in 2015 you're going to do a better health care. What is going on with our thing? And Jade, I wake up this morning very sad, you know. I wake up very sad to know what's going on in our hospital. These people got $1,000 a day, 100,000. Development back now, they got money. And we have money, lending out this amount of silly money. And to people who ensure you're going to pay it back. And our hospital in the condition. You hear a little say, Martin, you Jade, you what his name? You don't go traveling because you don't do SM, you don't do your music. Mm-hmm. You know, a 35 square mile place, so we be, you know, a little place, you know. Mm-hmm. And they don't get to go all them development before we. And we got money up here, show we were like crazy. Oh, before, but you know what one man told me? He said they went out, right now they don't got no accident. They don't went out to accident, buddy. Heck, it's going on in this country. I beg them wake up and stop telling about what Sean say and what Grant say and what Mark Brantley say, you know. We want to know what the health care going to do for us. That's all I care about. Down there, Jada, right now. And I said, down there, the home. You know how long the home they build? You always the reporter. Go down there and ask her and know how long they do the home down there. He did say take it up on its own, do a little model to it. Mm-hmm. It need to be refurbished and get a better home than that for poor people who don't work so hard. Mm-hmm. In the 18th century, in the 12th century, in the 13th century, man, shame at them. Mr. Timothy, you know, father was a worker at Estridge State, you know. So he know what it's all about. Mm-hmm. And they must stop treat people so because it hurts me. It's very hurtable to me today. I feel very upset. Healthcare, and you see these things, people that going on their face, they call it fraud flesh, I don't know why. We need a healthcare for that. To operate people when you come to that team, Leo. It's dangerous for people's health. I see it there on the TV in Channel 6 in Trinidad and so the doctors and them could do operation. Why they don't wake up and smell the coffee? I don't want to hear who got who. I don't want to hear who got that. All I want to know, we didn't need a prison right now. We need a better health care than gone.
Well, thank you. You said a mouthful, and I'm pretty sure lots of people could agree with you. The healthcare system and about the old home, it has been in the same disarray for a very long time, and I think that's something that they should look into because again, we can't just neglect people. Like we can't just put people in a place and act like they don't exist and give them bare minimum and feel like it's okay. It will never be okay. So I listen. I agree.
Yeah, that seems to be one of the big talking points. It seems as though there's one set. Let me not say that. It seems as though I had been hearing talks about the obvious need to refurbish and repair the JNF hospital. Mm-hmm. Now I'm also hearing about suggestions and plans to build a new facility.
For
a new hospital, like a brand new hospital, and have JNF be as like a transition patient care, facility. I think that's kind of what Dr. Drew is suggesting. But I've heard all the parties speak about the need to improve the healthcare. So it's obvious.
So listen, and I hope this ain't just talking, I hope this ain't just another couple years of talking, and when we get back to the election again, yes, we're gonna fix the hospital for the people, and we're gonna do all of these things. Like, nah.
Let me tell you something. Yes, all of them have, and this is my thing. All of them have a role to play, right? All of them have a role to play. I don't like this thing. I mean, yes, of course, the present administration, you're the one in, so yeah, you're gonna get the blame and the stick. But let's be honest, right? Because I want us to be clear here. We have a bigger problem than just we need things at the hospital, and the state that the hospital is in did not happen in the last 7 years. It didn't happen in the last 10 years. It didn't happen in the last 15 years. It's been happening for decades. Mm-hmm. The issue that we have is one of maintenance and training, right? And resourcing these places properly. And this is something that we see all throughout the island. Mm-hmm. We build things, maintenance is an issue.
Yeah, we just build them and leave. I don't understand if they think the building them just take care of themselves.
Everything from the schools down to... Anyway, just watch what can happen with these brand new bus terminal that they build.
What they build?
Just watch that there. Just watch them there now. Right? What's the other one? The other one, the other one that you see it a lot, that you see the schools, the community centers. Don't bother talk about that. Don't bother talk about that. So this ain't nothing. This is something that supersedes any particular administration or any particular government. It's a big issue. Mm-hmm. It's a big issue, man, and it's been going on for years.
Years upon years. I tell you, just last week I saw some pictures that somebody posted from the hospital, and it's like, how is this even the hospital that people go to for urgent care? Like, the bathrooms can't even be maintained. The bathrooms.
I just go up there. I tell you, almost every time I go up there, there's no soap in the bathroom. There's nothing to dry your hands in the bathroom.
Bro, I tell you, the last time I went to visit somebody, the beds was rusting.
It's not rust up there normal. Everywhere you look is rust.
Rust and mold and is our hospital. The hospital is supposed to be the cleanest place on the island, you know.
You have nurses that have had to leave the profession because they were getting sick based on the mold up there.
A hospital.
The nurses had to be moved into other areas of the public service because they can't deal with the mold up there. The doctor tell them, the doctor tell you got to move.
You try to convince big people that if anything was to happen to them, that the place for them to visit to feel or get better is the place that making them sick. Vibes.
Yeah. We see some of you guys trying to call in, but guess what? We are actually at the end of the show. Mm-hmm. We are going to have to leave. We're going to have to go. We're going to have to disembark. Right?
We have a long week ahead of us, boy. Long old week.
Yeah. It's gonna, yeah.
Take your vitamins.
Boost up yourself. Boost up yourself this week.
Drink your turmeric. What's good for immune and boosting your garlic, your ginger.
Yeah.
Please.
But guys, it's been a great start to the week. Thank you guys for joining us this morning. We really appreciate it. Whether you joined us on YouTube, Facebook, winmediaskn.com, one of the other online mediums, we appreciate you. If you listen to us on your radio, 98.9 FM, big up yourself one time. The callers, big up to Sergeant Henry coming in this morning for Traffic Talk as well. We're looking forward to another week. Wishing you guys a productive week as well.
Yeah, man. Don't have too much fun now.
Yeah, with everything that's going on, remember, you still got to do the people and work.
You know who I just feel sorry for? The people who got to wake up Friday morning. The Friday morning after Tuesday Fest?
Yeah, the Friday morning. Yeah.
That should be a national holiday right here.
I'm telling you. But guys, remember, please learn from the losses of others. You don't have to repeat their mistakes.
Please.
Oh, Mel said they're coming.
Okay.
Lovely. But guys, also, spend more time living your content than posting it. Ease off the Facebook. Y'all don't need to be the main character in the country every day. Some people like that's.
Main character syndrome is a thing, you know.
You're right. You're right. But also, guys, remember, and most importantly this morning, you can't be everybody's cup of tea because you is not a mug. We're going to see you guys tomorrow.